What if you could retire years earlier than your friends, without grinding your life away at work for decades? What if the trick isn't one big break, but a simple system you run every month? This is episode 76, and today I'm breaking down a clear, actionable plan to invest for retirement early. No hype, just practical steps you can start this week. First, start with a target you can actually hit. Decide how much money you want to spend each year in retirement, then multiply by 25 to get a rough target net worth. The 25x rule isn't magic, but it gives you a concrete goal you can work toward. Write that target down and keep it visible. Then ask a simple question. How long do I have to save and invest to reach it? The answer will surprise you. Even small changes now compound a lot louder than big promises later. Next, figure out your current savings rate. How much of your take-home pay do you actually set aside every month? If your answer isn't at least a modest number like 15 or 20%, your plan needs to move faster. The goal is momentum, not guilt. Turn saving into a habit, not a pain. Automate it. Set up automatic transfers from your checking to a dedicated retirement account the moment your paycheck lands. If you never see the money, you'll never miss it, and you'll spend what's left, not what you plan to save. Choose the right accounts. In the United States, that usually means a mix of a 401k or equivalent employer plan, an IRA, and a health savings account if you're eligible. You want tax advantages, flexibility, and a plan you won't abandon when life gets busy. If your employer offers matching, take it every single year. The match is free money, and missing it is like declining a raise. You can't outperform a 100% return on the first 3 to 6% of your savings, so claim that match before you decide anything else. Think about tax diversification now. A traditional 401k or IRA lets you invest pre-tax, but you'll pay taxes later. A Roth version pays taxes now, but withdrawals are tax-free later. A mix helps you dodge big tax bills in retirement and keeps more of your money working for you. If you're earning a high income, consider a backdoor Roth. It's a way to get money into a Roth account even when your income is too high for a direct contribution. It's a small, careful step, but it can pay off over decades of tax-free growth. Pay attention to costs. The biggest enemy of long-term growth is fees. Aim for low-cost index funds or broad market ETFs with expense ratios under 0.25% if you can. A few percentage points in fees can erase a lot of gains over 20 or 30 years. Keep your portfolio simple and honest. A straightforward mix of stocks and bonds does the job well for a long horizon. For someone aiming to retire early, a common starting point is something like 80-20 or 70-30 in favor of stocks, with room to rebalance. Rebalance regularly, but not obsessively. Once a year is a good rhythm. If stocks have run up and your allocation now leans more toward equities than your plan, trim a little and buy bonds again. The goal is to stay aligned with your target so you don't drift into risk you don't want. Guard your future with an emergency fund and a plan to manage debt. You want 3 to 6 months of essentials in a readily accessible account. If debt carries high interest, attack it now before you invest more. Interest can eat away gains faster than you realize. Prioritize downside protection without sacrificing upside. Early retirement isn't about avoiding risk, it's about choosing the right risks. Diversify across asset classes and geographies and avoid putting all your money into one hot sector or one country. Make room for a healthcare buffer. Healthcare costs can surprise you, especially when you retire early. A dedicated health savings account can grow tax-free and be withdrawn tax-free for medical expenses. A powerful way to shield your retirement budget. Add a little extra for the unexpected. Inflation isn't a friend, and your early retirement plan needs to account for rising prices. A simple tactic is to include a modest yearly boost to your savings rate or a slightly higher equity stake during good years. Build a simple ladder for taxes and withdrawals. Think about drawing from taxable accounts first, then tax-deferred accounts, and finally, Roth accounts if you have them. This minimizes taxes in retirement and preserves more of your money for longer. Consider a Roth conversion ladder if you have time before retirement. You can convert dollars from a traditional account to a Roth gradually in years with lower income. You pay taxes now, but future withdrawals are tax-free, which can be a big win later. Stay flexible with your plan. Life changes, markets swing, and your goals shift. The best plan is one you can adjust without abandoning the core habit. Save a portion of every paycheck and invest it into a diversified, low-cost mix. Don't chase perfection or try to time the market. The goal is steady, repeatable behavior. If a market drop makes you anxious, remember, you're buying more shares at a discount. If the market rallies, you still own a stake in the long run. Keep learning, but keep it practical. Read about index funds, tax strategies, and the math of compound growth. Don't drown in every new tip. The core idea is simple. Keep costs low, stay diversified, stay consistent. A practical example helps. Suppose you're 30, earn $60,000 a year, and save 20%. If you steadily contribute to a low-cost 60-40 portfolio and earn average market returns, you could reach your target years earlier than you expect. Especially if you get raises and automatically raise your savings rate, time is your friend. The earlier you start, the more you gain from compound growth. If you wait a little, you'll need to save more or accept a longer horizon. The choice isn't magic, it's discipline, repeated every month. Create a 90-day action plan to get started. In the first 30 days, track every dollar you spend and identify 1 or 2 places to cut. Open or check your retirement accounts and confirm you're enrolled in employer matches. Decide your target stock-bond split and pick a couple of low-cost funds. In days 31 to 60, automate everything. Set automatic contributions for all accounts, including the Roth option if you qualify. Schedule a quarterly review to check performance, fees, and whether you're on track to hit your target. In days 61 to 90, test your tax strategy. Run through a sample Roth conversion, or decide how you'd withdraw in retirement. Consider a modest health savings contribution if eligible. Decide how you'll handle big life changes that might affect saving. Now, a quick note on real estate and other wealth-building ideas. Real estate can be a powerful complement to investments, but it's not a shortcut to retirement if you don't understand it. Treat it as a separate goal with its own plan, not a replacement for your stock-based retirement strategy. Think about your spending plan in retirement. A sustainable withdrawal approach could be a mix of 3 to 4% of your initial portfolio value, adjusted for inflation, but staying flexible. You want to avoid running out of money in a long, peaceful retirement, not just the first few years. Visualize your progress. Use a simple chart or spreadsheet to track balance, contributions, and fees. Seeing year-by-year progress helps you stay motivated, even when markets wobble. The point is to keep moving forward, not to be perfect. Avoid common traps that trip people up. High-fee funds, frequent trading, and timing bets are temptations you should resist. Don't let lifestyle inflation creep in. Keep your savings rate steady even when your income grows. If you're listening with a partner, align your goals. Have a shared plan with clear roles and agreed milestones. Use a simple monthly check-in to adjust savings, reallocate if needed, and celebrate small wins together. Celebrate the small wins on the way. Every time you increase your savings, reduce debt, or switch to a cheaper fund, mark it. Small improvements add up to a very real difference years later. One final thought before we end. Early retirement is not a dream you achieve by luck. It's a predictable outcome when you treat money like a garden, plant good seeds, nurture them, and remove the weeds of waste and fear. If you found this approach useful, try implementing one step today. Pick one account to optimize, one cost to cut, or one automatic contribution increase to set up. Then come back in a week and tell me what changed. Remember, the path to retire early isn't about a single clever move. It's a wheel that you keep turning, save, invest, review, and adjust. After a few years, you'll see compound growth working in your favor, quietly and steadily. There's no perfect plan, only a practical plan you actually follow. Your future self will thank you for the consistency you showed today, not the clever idea you heard yesterday. If you're watching this and thinking, I can do that, you're already on your way. Start small, stay steady, and keep your eyes on your target. Small steps today become big changes tomorrow. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next practical episode, and leave a comment with one step you're going to take this week. I'd love to hear your plan. Tell me where you're starting from. Are you just getting started, or are you already saving and investing? Your story could help someone else find a clear path. Let's build this retirement early community together. Thanks for watching this episode and for sticking with a straightforward plan. The road to early retirement is long, but it's made of many small, doable choices. If you're ready to take action now, pick one concrete step from today's talk and do it this week. Then, share your progress in the comments so others can learn from your example. Like, subscribe, and comment with your plan. Your simple habit today could become your freedom tomorrow. See you in the next video.